The new parts have arrived from the factory without issue. They'll be fitted to the car in time for the next session.
And that's fantastic to know. Thank you very much, Carl. So here we are, Bahrain. So what we got? We got some more engine power, and we've got that DRS upgrade that failed when we arrived at the team, which was pretty normal, I'd say. We still can't select a rival. Why can't we select a rival? That's interesting. There's our contract. It says team goal, qualify 14th, we qualify 3rd. We won't qualify 3rd here at Bahrain because that's practically impossible to do. So I'm going the wrong way. That's the way I want to go. So we got this little bit here for the power, and that now takes us above Ferrari and Aston Martin, Red Bull. So we've got more power than the sister team there. And we got this upgrade over here, and that means we're still last in the aero department, which also is not good. So we got to get working on the aero, and we got to get working on the power, especially with China and Azerbaijan coming, because they are races that we don't really want to be struggling at. Let's go take a look at the points for Season 4. And you can see Sergio Perez is your championship leader after winning the Australian Grand Prix. We're in 2nd place ahead of Lance Stroll, Charles Leclerc, Sergei Sorokin, Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen, Marcus Ericsson, Daniel Ricciardo, and Esteban Ocon are your top 10 in points. Don't ask about everyone else because they've not scored yet. You can see in the constructors that Force India are leading from Williams, from Toro Rosso, Sauber, Red Bull and Mercedes. So that's everything there. Let's take the weather forecast, and it's dry. Who would have thought that at Bahrain? So we're going to get practiced, and then we'll get qualified, and we'll see you for the race.
The curtain rises once more then on the desert stage of Sakhir as the players take their places for the opening act. Will they enthrall us like they did in 2014 with that titanic battle between Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton? Well, we'll find out shortly as we get underway here in Bahrain. We go racing today around 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit, with 15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1 and 4. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left tyre into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. Anthony Davidson joins me again for the race today. Let's talk about McLaren. We have a number of changes to the aerodynamic regulations this year, and the signs haven't looked good for them so far in terms of getting to grips with those changes.
There are a few downcast looks within the team this weekend. I think they've been hit fairly hard by the new regs. But this is only the first step down a long road of development, and even if they don't maximise their points today, there are plenty more up for grabs this season.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday puts him on pole, and it's Esteban Ocon in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Hamilton, Valtteri Bottas, and Perez, Poole, Raikkonen, Stroll, and Fernando Alonso, Sirotkin, Magnussen, Stoffel Van Dorn, and Hulkenberg, Ericsson, Gasly, Romain Grosjean, and Daniel Ricciardo. Sainz and Sebastian Vettel starts from the back of the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
Yep, P7. We roll off today, and to be honest, that was probably about as good as this hunk of junk would do. Because one thing that I found out in qualifying, this car is so heavy. It is an absolute heavy car. We're going to have to make some aero updates, or at least make some chassis adjustments to the car to try and lighten it up. It will be a one-stop tonight. 5 laps on the softs, then move on to the super softs, then onto the softs for the end of the race. But it really is going to be an absolute struggle around this circuit, so I expect to go further backwards, but if we go forwards, fantastic. But let's see what happens then. Let's get out into the race. Let's see if we can bring home another points finish for the Toro Rosso team. So here we go for the Bahrain Grand Prix. 5 red lights. They're quickly out and off. We're off and underway. It's a fantastic start there from Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc got an absolute mega getaway. We didn't get too bad of a getaway. We got Kimi Räikkönen side by side, absolutely driving it into turn 1. Are we going to come out ahead of the Sauber? Not the Sauber, that's a Force India. How very dare I? We do come out and win 2nd place from 9th. How did that happen? How the hell did we get past Esteban Ocon right there? I don't even think God would know how we got past Esteban Ocon there, but we're in 2nd place now, chasing down Charles Leclerc. 2.4 to Leclerc. He's gone. He is gone. Ooh, very wide out of turn 7 there as we go into the hairpin. Down at the bottom for the first time. Oh, there's a nice battle there. That's what we're picking up there. We've got a nice battle behind it as well. So over here we've got Lance Stroll and Valtteri Bottas going into turn 10. That's going to be tasty into turn 10. Looks like the Haas and the McLaren have sorted their battle out temporarily, but whoa, side by side down the back straight between both Mercedes cars here. We've got Sergei Sorokin interested, but Stroll will take Bottas there, so that's up a spot for the Canadian over the Finn as we go into the penultimate corner, turn 14.
That's a decent start.
And
Good
now
job.
down this other long back straight, and the chase will now begin on Charles Leclerc and that Sauber Alfa Romeo. Well, we say Alfa Romeo, it's got a Ferrari engine in basically. But because Alfa are owned by Sauber, they're basically sorry, Alfa are owned by Ferrari. Oh, the Ferrari owned, we are not even going to go down that path. I don't even think God would have time for that one. That is an argument and a half that we are not going to be able to have as we were very wide. We almost got chopped by Esteban Ocon there as we go down to turn 4. Oh, this is going to be side by side into turn 4. Oh, but we're just going to have enough to keep the French driver behind us in the Pink Panther. Thank God, because if that Force India got past, I think we really would have had problems. This Honda that we've got in the back is really helping us out here, because they brought a couple of upgrades which helped us a bit, but they didn't bring much from Australia, so we had to make it up on the fly as we go down the back straight, chasing after Charles Leclerc. Still chasing after Charles Leclerc. And turn 11 coming up for turn 12, and well, that'll make this turn 12 and 13 then, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would be turn 12 and 13, so it must be 14, 15 the double right-hander. What's the gap? 2.6. So the gap is kind of remaining constant between the pair of us, but it's nothing that we need to be worrying ourselves with at the moment. That's so we can get to at a later date as we go to Kimi Räikkönen now, who's got Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez behind him. I've got a feeling we're going to see it pass into turn 1. DRS not enabled yet. Going around the outside is Lewis Hamilton. As we had Esteban Ocon almost up our inside, but we kept him at bay. Will Raikkonen hold off the 5-time world champion? Just about. But that might get Max Verstappen interested, and he is interested. Go for the move. He's gone for it. Has he made it stick? Yes, he has. What a move by the young Dutch driver there. That is an incredible pass out of turn 4. Excuse me. Out of turn 4, and full credit to him. He's going to be an
Check your MFD
star
for a new strategy
if,
option.
Red Bull Honda pick up their act straight away. We gonna have a strategy change. We're going to come in a lap earlier than we should have done now. That hopefully gives us a nice undercut on Ocon. It might even give us a chance to get some of the gap to Leclerc down. But we need to see what the young Monegasque driver will do when he comes in for his stop. The gap has come down a little bit to 2.3 seconds now as we go back to Kimi Räikkönen. He's got the Dutch driver all over his rear wing. And this should be an elementary passer into turn 15. No, Max is going to run a little wide, but if he keeps the momentum, he's going to have him on DRS down the front straight. This is going to be a good pass in. Renault on Ferrari, it's a no contest. He's absolutely got it. Look behind him. Hamilton's being attacked by Perez. We almost were 3 wide into the first corner. You don't want to be 3 wide down there, and Hamilton's going to keep Perez at bay. But move back to Verstappen, up a position over Kimi Raikkonen. So he's into 4th now. The Iceman droppeth to 5th as we go through the field for some reason. Don't know why we were doing that. Now this is a replay here. This is going to be our man Gasly. There's our man Gasly. Go on, Pierre. Have you summoned Nico Hülkenberg? Get in there, my son. And even Roman Grosjean came through. What the? Where did Grosjean come from? So Gasly, as well as moving up a place, has moved down a place. So he's stayed where he is effectively. But that's messy into turn 4. That's messy, and we got Ericsson. Ericsson's just absolutely done us there. What on earth? Pick your act up there, Pierre, because if you're going to allow Marcus Ericsson to fly past you like that,
we're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about to lap over target.
No chance.
Drop down to mixed too soon.
We come down to turn number 4 now. 14 and 15 now, so this should be us in for our stop. Yep,
Box
moving
now,
over
please.
to the right-hand side
lap
of the track, and then absolutely slam the brakes on. Down from about 150 to just 50 miles an hour. So it should be routine stop. 4 tyres, the softs will go on in the night of Bahrain. Look at this seamless stop there. That is absolutely beautiful. It's like poetry in motion. Look at that, the number 1 proudly on the side of the Toro Rosso. We to designate that we are the champion, and you're going to have to do something very special to beat us in our championship. Because if you want it, you got to come and get it. As we go to now, this happened during the pit stops. This is Max Verstappen. Excuse me. With Kimi Raikkonen right behind him. Is Raikkonen going to have a go with Hamilton in close proximity as well? Raikkonen is going to... He pulled out nicely. Textbook turn 1 pass. You cannot get more textbook than that. He's going to run him out wide, and you can see this coming into turn 4. Lewis Hamilton's going to go around the outside. I'll tell you what, you make that stick, Lewis, I'll buy you dinner. Because I don't think you're going to wake up pretty early and smell the coffee pretty early as well to even get that move done past him. As we go to another move that happened while we were in the pits. This is Daniel Ricciardo and Pierre Gasly. So we've got a bit of a Red Bull fight going on here. As well, that should be pretty easy for the Aussie. Down into turn 1, he'll probably get that move done even before turn 1. As we've got Vettel behind challenging, presume that's Nico Hülkenberg. And yeah, he's going to get that move done out of turn 2. So it's all going off at the back of the field. That's where we should be concentrating on. It's nothing's happening really at the front of the field, as we run a little wide in turn 10. You don't want to run wide there. You lose all your momentum down the back straight if you run wide there. Ooh, it's a bit action-filled few laps so far. As we go to Esteban Ocon, he's now going to go into the pits here. So Esteban Ocon for his pit stop, as we got Raikkonen coming in for a stop. Hamilton's coming in as well. So let's see what Ocon does. Should be the soft tyres. Yep, soft tyres for Ocon. Straight in, straight out. No harm, no foul there. See if we can look behind him and see if Raikkonen and Hamilton have swapped. Oh yeah, Hamilton's got ahead. Raikkonen, good move there in the pit stops. He must have really held the Ferrari up a treat there, and he's going to come out. Where's he coming out? Well, that does. Oh, what the? Whoa! Have a word. We only just beat Ocon out the pits. So what the hell did Ocon do there? As we go to, who is this? This looks like Fernando Alonso with Sergei Sorokin in front of him. You got Kevin Magnussen, I assume, in close proximity there in the Haas. That should be an easy move. It is Magnussen, and Alonso's going to get the Russian into turn 1. Great pass there. Let's see if Sorokin gets challenged by Magnussen into turn 4. Looks like no, he's got a bit of a distance there on Magnussen, so that'll be a position maintain.
The car behind has come in. They're now on the soft tyre. Softs on the car behind.
On lap number 6 into turn number 11. This is just a nice sweeping section. And here comes Charles Leclerc in for his pit stop. So he's actually gone longer than everyone. What? I want what this Sauber's got, because this Sauber's not tuned for its tyres at all. So if we only just came out in front of Ocon, then surely to God we're not gonna be too far behind Charles here if he doesn't mess his stop up. In fact, he might even maintain the lead here. Who's that going through? It looks like Nico Hülkenberg going through there. So yeah, there's us in the background. We're not even close. There we are. We're only just coming into turn 1 now as he's going out of turn 2. So there's the gap. What is the gap? What is the gap to Charles Leclerc? Can we do something about it? Just remember, our tyres are 2 laps older now. So that could make all the difference there, as the gap is 1.9 seconds. So we did eat a little bit into it, but not as much as we would like. We get all over the curb in turn 7. That's going to rattle the fillings in your teeth. Rattle a few other things as well there. As we head into turn 10. There's Charles Leclerc. We've got to get close enough to at least have an attempt at a DRS pass. If we can get close enough, then we might be able to get something done. We could win this race. That's hard to believe that the worst car on the grid can win this motor race. But it's possible. It's very, very possible that that could happen. The gap's still at 1.9 seconds. We can see him right on the in the distance there. It's going to be pretty close. This finish of the race as we go back through the field here. So this is Max Verstappen going down the inside of the last corner on Sergei Sorokin. I don't think Sorokin likes that very much. We've got Perez in close attendance as well. We're going to be 3 wide down the main straight. Oh, look at that. Mercedes on Renault and on Mercedes. Who's going to come out on top in that one? It's going to be Perez, I think. Is Max... No, it's going to be Verstappen. Oh, that was an excellent move down the main straight. And we're still not done here. Perez wants a little bit more. In fact, he's going to get the move done into turn 4, I think, just. But Verstappen's going to have the drive off. And Verstappen's somehow going to keep that position. How on earth he managed to keep that, we'll never know, as we go back to Sebastian Vettel with Pierre Gasly. And this is, well, if ever there was a textbook manoeuvre out there, this is going to be it, as one of the Renaults coming out of the pits. I assume that's Hülkenberg coming out of his stop there. Wow. Oh, I tell you what, Gasly's he's keeping his own, is Pierre, but I think Vettel's going to have the drive. Is he? Oh, hold on, Pierre. No, he's going to lose that to Sebastian. No, well, he gave him another shot, haven't I? I tell you what, he's a plucky one, this young French driver.
Reduce the ERS deployment, please.
We
need to charge the battery.
The
SC deployed. The virtual safety car has been deployed.
Now this
we need to
is
keep a
surprising,
positive delta here. Slow down, maintain a positive delta.
But that's a DNF for Kimi Räikkönen. Here's what happened. Coming out of turn 10, I assume we're just going to see the car explode in a second. Any moment now, perhaps. Let's see what's happened. No, he just pulled over. He just pulled over. So the car literally just went meh.
Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green.
I think it lasted a straighter turn and the long straight here, but we were well on the power there. Coming out of turn 1 as we get a replay here. This is going to be Sebastian. So it's going to be Max Verstappen with Sergio Perez, and this is going to be textbook into turn 1. That's that move done with the greatest of ease. Yes, thank you. Let's move him up a position. So that's Perez past Verstappen there. Wow, that was a pretty decent move there. Yeah. Got a bit of chocolate cake stuck in my throat. That's never a good thing. You get a bit of chocolate cake stuck in your throat. But the chase resumes again. Myself and Charles Leclerc down the back straight. I think Charles might have extended his lead a little bit with the VSC that happened. It's probably up around the 2.6, 2.7 area now. It may be close to 3 seconds. I hope it's not, because that's not what the VSC should be doing. It's 2.999. If ever there was a Illuminati convert, we run very wide in turn 13. But you may notice as well, Ocon's dropping off. That's because we've been getting a radio message. Ocon's got a problem now. And here's a result of that. You may see Lewis Hamilton, a big lock up into the last corner. You may see Hamilton just drive around the outside of Ocon at turn 15. And if he does, he got the DRS as well. That's going to be candy from a baby. So move Hamilton into third place. But I don't think Ocon's going to give this up. It's down the front straight here. Not bad for a car with a problem, is it, that Force India? Into turn 1, but I think Hamilton should have the drive off turn 2, and he does. He parked his tyre right in front of the wing here as we go back to the other Force India, the Sergio Perez, with Max Verstappen. And this should be textbook into turn 1. Might get a bit of revenge here. Does Max? He's going to go around the outside of turn 1. Fair play if he makes this one work. Will he make it stick? He's got the drive. Will he make it stick? He almost made it stick. He might now come under pressure from Lance Stroll behind him. Or is that Sergei Sorokin? You never tell these two Williamses apart. And it looks like Verstappen's actually going to keep hold of that. But no, it is Stroll. And Stroll was thinking about it into turn 6. But you're going to really wake up early to get that one over young Verstappen as we go back to Ocon. And Hugh thought it was bad now. He's going to have the other Mercedes just breeze past him into turn 14 and 15. That is that move done, dusted, and move him up to 4th place. So Ocon's going backwards, and he's going backwards very quickly. Whatever this problem is, well, he's coming back, so it must not be engine related. That's a pretty textbook pass into turn 1. So let's keep Ocon in 4th place. He might hold on, but he might struggle for that. He must have a aero problem or a brake problem. But whatever it is, Bottas is coming. Look at it. We've got to the helicopter shot now. That is fantastic. But Bottas keeping hold of the back of Esteban Ocon here as we see Sergio Perez getting close as well. So Ocon's going to be freight trained pretty quickly. Look at that. We got Stroll there. We got Verstappen there. Stroll's got past Verstappen. How's that happen? We didn't see that on the replay. We'll have to see what happened there as we go back with Esteban Ocon down the back straight. We got DRS available as well. Is Bottas gonna have a go into turn 11? He is going to go around the outside. If he makes that work, what a move! Give that man a cookie. That was a move and a half, and it's put Perez right on the back bumper of his teammate now, Esteban Ocon. And it's going to be pretty textbook. I think, yeah, here goes Perez on Ocon. That's going to be textbook, and Stroll's going to be right past him down the main straight, I would assume, as well. Perez just runs a little wide there. That's, yeah, look, he's got a big problem as... it looks like it's gear related because he was just not moving off of turn 3 at all. As whoa, for almost 3 wide between the two Force Indians and Lance Stroll. Lance has finally picked his game up. He's got around the outside of Perez, so he's really moved up. He's robbed both Pink Panthers there. Went into their pockets and stole it like it meant something. As we go to Daniel Ricciardo, who's he fighting with? One of the Hearties here. That looks like Grosjean, but we should be watching behind him as we see him. Well, that is incredible. 3 wide. They split. No, it's Magnussen. Sorry, they split Magnussen, Ericsson, and Ricciardo did. And what can you say about that? I think, yeah, Magnussen's going to keep hold of Ricciardo. We might see Vettel get interested here. Around the outside of turn 4, it's going to be for Sebastian Vettel. These two teammates from the Red Bull days. Will Vettel make it work? He's got the drive. Has he got the... Yes, he's got the corner. So Ricciardo loses out absolutely major league there. Oh, do you remember us? Hello. We're still in the motor race up here in turn P2. Still chasing down Charles Leclerc with Lewis Hamilton behind us. dear me. Speaking of still in the race, Esteban Ocon. Now he's got a big train behind him because he's got Sorokin, he's got Verstappen, he's got Van Dorn. There goes Sorokin. He's really got an issue with young Ocon. It might be so bad that this train that's coming in, the two McLarens, you got the Haas behind him. They might just have him into turn 1. In fact, Verstappen may not even wait to turn 1. He might get him in turn 14. Yeah, look at this. Textbook, if he stays there as well, he'll get DRS. Wow, oh, Ocon with a big lockup, and that's everyone past him now, so move the McLarens up. So that's Alonso ahead of Van Dorn. Alonso might even go up to Verstappen here down the main straight. And speaking of, there goes Kevin Magnussen, who looks like he's got back past Marcus Ericsson somewhere. That's it, no, that's Grosjean, I do apologise. So move Grosjean past Ocon, and you better keep the freight train coming, because here comes Ericsson, and there's Magnussen. He's getting under attack from Sebastian Vettel, and yep, there we are, we're still in the race. Hello, how you doing? We're still back here trundling around in P2. Charles Leclerc has been, and he's gone, I think, so the chances of catching Leclerc are slim, maybe none, maybe not even happening, as Kevin Magnussen starts to line up Esteban Ocon. Ocon has been freight trained the wrong way, as Magnussen goes around the outside of turn 11 now. That's a decent pass there, but whatever his problem, oh, he really slowed up then. He really slowed. He's got a gearbox problem. He must have a gearbox problem, does Esteban Ocon, because here comes, I would assume this whole train's about to go past him as well. Yep, there goes Vettel, and I imagine Ricciardo's going to be coming through. The man Gasly's right behind him. Gasly's not too far off the points here. That's P11, I would assume, for Vettel. So let's see if there goes Ricciardo. Now what will Gasly do? Gasly may go 3 wide. In fact, no, we've all freight trained Vettel. Wow, we all freight trained Vettel, and Vettel then sticks it around the outside past both the Red Bull cars like a cool ass. What a move. Ocon's fighting, and he is fighting like mad. As we come back to ourselves, you can see we turn the engine down, we turn the ERS down. We knew it was a losing battle on Charles Leclerc. We just thought, take second place. Second is better than nothing, and we'll gladly have that. Thank you very much. As we go back to Esteban Ocon, will he manage to keep Sebastian Vettel at bay? We don't know if he's going to do that, but we'll soon see. Coming out of turn 10, he's going to DRS his Vettel. Everyone's going to have DRS. It might be a case that Ricciardo's going to breeze past here. Vettel's going to go down the inside. You can hear the fireworks start to go off. Wow, big slide there from Vettel. Ocon's keeping him at bay, but Vettel just drove around the outside. That was as easy as you like. Thank you very much. But you know why they were going off. Leclerc wins, and Will Fish second place.
Great drive, great drive. We're really happy with that performance.
A great win then for the Sauber team today. So, Ant, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
And as the adrenaline dies down after another eventful Grand Prix, here come the top 3 out onto the podium. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Charles Leclerc takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after that excellent result. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
It's got to be Romain Grosjean. He was in another league for me today. Really impressive.
On to the constructors then. Williams moved to the top of the table. There was also a strong showing from the Mercedes team today as they make their way up the standings. There'll be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you can join us at the next race to see just who will come out on top.
Maybe we will. So we say GG to Charles Leclerc in the Sauber car. I think, to be fair, he was the fastest all weekend, so he deserved the victory right there. We bring our Hunker Junko for second place. Second place, and we're the worst car on the field. What the hell? Lewis Hamilton, Valtteri Bottas scoring some points for Mercedes. Lance Stroll getting 5th. Sergio Perez in 6th. Sergei Sorokin, Max Verstappen. Fernando Alonso. Hey! You're a season too late, Stoffel. But Stoffel Van Dorn scores a point for the McLaren team, which is all well and good. So we're now off to go and get raced. So let's go see Claire and see what the situation is.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy.
It wasn't easy to short, Claire.
Did you struggle to get through all that traffic today?
No. I don't think there was any struggle at all. In fact, I think we had a bit of a power advantage over some of them cars, which was a bit strange.
Another podium. You must be getting used to it up there.
Well, 2 podiums for a weak team, so let's compliment that Honda power unit.
We all underestimated you, didn't we?
Oh yeah, you underestimated me, and you're allowed one mistake all the time.
Great. Well, that's everything.
No, appreciate your time. Gasly, you're being owned. Oh, that's right, I get that 600-point team bonus as well. Look at them points. Points, man! It's all about them points.
Fantastic podium. Well done. Keep pushing like this for the rest of the season.
Let's see what's going to be said. Carl, give me brief. Good drive, well done, get on the podium. Don't neglect the R&D tasks.
So the team are happy that you hit
that.
your last goal. That's going to help out with car development. And it'll weigh in your favour the next time we have a
Of course the team are
contract
happy
review.
I hit my last goal. Right, let's have a look. What can we buy? Well, I think the one thing I want to do definitely is I want to get some aero on this car. So, can we do 2 aeros and a power? Oh, it's going to be tight, isn't it? We'll definitely get the 2 aeros, because them I want. I want them. So we'll get that one. So we have 3 aero upgrades coming for... we can't do that. So we have 3 aero upgrades coming for China. Whew. Can't get a chassis upgrade. Okay, can we... No. I don't think we need the power. I think it's the aero we need more. Would have liked a bit more. So we'll have to concentrate on the power then for Azerbaijan. Just have to really ramp it up. So we'll get a couple more aero. That'll be fine with us. Sweet. So get back. There we go. So we got 3 things for front downforce and rear downforce coming, and that should put us past the Renault team then, as far as vehicle performance is concerned, which is pretty good, I'd say. Everything looks like it's wearing very nicely. Oh, Charles Leclerc, you took the championship lead by a point. 1 point for being Charles Leclerc. So who's yet to score there? Gasly, Hülkenberg, Vettel, Sainz, Raikkonen. Wow, the 2 Ferraris are yet to score. And there might be a knock coming on. So are the 2 Haases and the 2 Renaults. Wow, there may be a knock coming on my door from the Scuderia. I hope not, because I quite like it here at Toro Rosso. So what, he had a 4th and a 1st, we've had 2 seconds, and yet he takes the championship lead. Go figure. Pretty consistent, I'd say. Pretty consistent indeed. So, that's everything then. Can we choose a rival yet? No, we can't. So, that's everything then. So, thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed that, because, quite frankly, I enjoyed that race. I enjoyed that race better than you know. And we will see you for the next Grand Prix at the Chinese Grand Prix around Shanghai. So see you then.